basically changed their entire lineup.
Number 27.
Elias Kostis. It must be a knock, because you don't bring someone on at half-time, give them 27.5 minutes, and then bring them off again if they're a centre-back, do you?
No.
I think so. So the 21-year-old replaces the 20-year-old. Last time Real Sociedad beat Atleti was a Copa del Rey tie in January last year. And Januzaj, Alex Surlot, goals.
Atletico de Madrid switched to a 4-3-3 formation. Azpilicueta is the right back, and now it's Mourinho and Soyuncu, the centre-back pair.
Galan, left back.
Now Samuel Lino
has to go a bit further forward.
Yep, he's switching sides as well. He's playing left winger now.
Because of course. This is the time to do it, isn't it? One or two things you maybe want to try. Saul, Pablo Barrios, Correa, Memphis Depay, Samuel Lino.
Correa is the right winger, Lino on the left hand side, and Memphis Depay is number 9, playing striker.
Llorente in between Pablo Barrios and Saul. Well, the referee is having none of it. To this.
Oh, that was ugly.
It's not nice.
No.
When you're a referee and you're 3 yards away and you see that and you don't think there's anything wrong, there's something wrong with you.
There's something wrong with you, yeah. The problem is yours. Yeah.
These are still these half-time subs. At least our friend, the stadium announcers, he's probably gone home. Moise is gone.
He's calling the wife. I quit. I can't take it anymore.
So used to seeing El Cholo all in black, but coaching staff, of course, given the heat and the humidity and the much comfier.
Imagine dressing as Johnny Cash under this heat and humidity. No.
What's an effort?
Finally.
Yeah, what's an effort?
Diego Rico.
Another one that just loves going forward.
Yeah, very offensive fullback. He was exploiting the channel because the winger was still wide open, and then he took the shot. Former Real Madrid assistant player.
He's offside there. Yeah. Belated flag by the far side assistant. These fans could do with a wee bit more action. What can you do though? It's pre-season. A lot of changes. It's really hot and humid.
And the pitch. Not the best.
Just slow in getting back.
When off possession, two wingers of Atletico de Madrid join the trio at the midfield, and they set themselves up for a 4-5-1 formation off the ball. They're so flexible. They can adapt so many shapes in the course of a game.
Martin. Away by Alex Sola. This is Samuel Lino. Nicely done, big chance, heavy touch, down he goes. Referee says no. Marcos Llorente. Well, that's worth another look, because I think the goalkeeper's got away with one there. What do you think?
I think it was a clear penalty. The referee played advantage, and then, yeah, he got lost.
He's suggesting by that it was a dive. That's a penalty. He's been cleaned out by Unai Marrero. And gets there first, and then is fouled. I mean, what more do you want? Keeper. No, it's a penalty.
That's a penalty. An obvious one. So was Ferreira Carrasco in the first half. So obvious as well.
This is an Atleti's second corner. Since early in the first half. The header is a looping one for the side. The only thing I would like to see that again is the referee's positioning in case of a bodies, but he does indicate, you can see his hand as if to say that's a dive. It wasn't. So if you're indicating it's a dive, then you're basically saying you saw it. And bearing in mind, you didn't see a really bad tackle 3 yards away from where he was standing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Defending La Liga champions Barcelona opened the new season at the Alfonso Perez against Getafe, Sunday, August 13th, only on ESPN+. 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 out on the West Coast. Looking forward to match day 1, year 3 of 8 La Liga coverage. Friday it starts. Match day 1 ends on Monday with Atleti against Granada, you and I. Navarro gets the throw-in.
Navarro has a contract that expires in 2025, but he's already in talks for extending it for 2 more years. Real Sociedad placed a bet on this player. He was a product of Barcelona at La Masia, but he went to Monaco. Didn't succeed at all there. And Real Sociedad played a bet on him. Oops.
Navarro inside, big chance, good save. And defending that one well. That was the opportunity for Real Sociedad. Game has come to life. Atleti at the other end. Memphis Depay, saved by Marrero. Well, 45 seconds in which we saw more in 3/4 of a minute than we've seen since the 45th minute when play resumed. Correa's ball in. Depay's effort. Good defending again, taking enough on it. Marrero was the attempt at the other end.
Aburo couldn't go past garbage. Good action by the goalkeeper, and great one-touch pass by Robert Navarro. That would have been pure Atlético de Madrid. From an end to each other, a transition in 45 seconds.
So it looks like he has given a penalty up the other end for the challenge that happened about 2 minutes ago. Now, this is confusing.
Very confusing indeed. They didn't get to see any foul in that last chance by Atlético Madrid.
Given the referee's performance today, nothing would surprise me. But for an incident that happened 2.5 minutes ago, and we subsequently saw chances at either end, we now have a penalty.
What about a Panenka? What about a Panenka?
Calling a Panenka?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Memphis Depay to give Atleti the lead. No way, you called it!
I told you!
You called it! How?
Because I know him! Because I know him! He's very flashy!
It wasn't a very good Panenka. It remains 0-0. Oh, Pareja, that crystal ball you had last year that worked, nothing's going to top that. What a bad penalty.
Mm-hmm. If it wasn't fair, it wasn't meant to be a goal. That's a law of the penalties. Yeah.
We're still working. Surely, if it's back to in by Samuel Lino. I'm just trying to think. The chance that they had, right? So when Angel Correa played it in, and Memphis Depay had the attempt that was blocked. I'm thinking, was there any handball in there? Because
I don't recall any.
If not, how can you give something? It's a pre-season friendly, right? Without VAR. Can you give something that's happened that long ago? Through ball, Samuel Lino saved. Everyone appealing for anything, and who knows what?
Anything can happen with the referee.
I can't believe you called a Panenka. Is this what it's for? No, this was the one. This is the chance we've just seen. Everybody's confused. Well.
I'm in trouble because I reached my peak
in
a pre-season friendly, so I can only go down from here.
You're done. It doesn't get any better than that. I don't know what the odds on that are, but they would have been pretty long. Great call. Have you seen him do a Panenka?
Yeah.
More successfully than that.
Yeah, I recall last year, I think he scored a goal with that trick, with that Panenka penalty. Playing for Atletico Madrid already.
I think it's Lasagasti and John Martin coming off. Barbier.
Barbier. Pablo Marin. Pablo Marin is the son of a former Primera División player, Fernando Marin. He used to play for Logroñés. It's back in the day he used to compete in Primera División in the mid-90s.
Well, for a bit of Pablo Marin last season, like 10 times in La Liga. Another one that's come through. Do you think that Marrero had an idea that he might do that as well, and that's why
he loved these kind of tricks?
Yeah, but he was rubbish at it.
Oh yeah. But I saw him earlier doing a couple of tricks, stepping on the ball and turning, and you could feel that he was feeling flashy, and he wanted to show off, and that is the definition of a Panenka penalty: being flashy and showing off.
Scoring,
which is the most important part.
2 out of 3. Bad most of the time, but still have a finish. Has Alguacil learned anything tonight?
It's hard to say. It depends on what you plan as a manager beforehand. If you tell your players, let's try to apply this, let's try to play this way, but not knowing what he wanted from his players and watching this display, I'm not sure, honestly. They're trying to get back to this 4-3-3 system as well.
Not a bad ball. If I'm at Atleti, I'm appealing as well. Deflected shot. He's explaining why it wasn't him. Saul's, no, it's not worth it.
That Italian gesture with the hands? No.
You're going to get yourself into trouble. Referee's kind of explaining it was a Superman dive over the top. You ain't going to get a penalty for that. But we're still trying to find out. We still think it was for We know that it should have been a penalty that wasn't given, but it happened like 3 or 4 minutes after the penalty was actually awarded. And that's, no.
It's very confusing.
I'm trying to think, is there something I would go back in time and change? Because with this referee in charge, then I think your scope is a good few years. If there's something that your team maybe didn't get a decision back in 2014 that you might think, yeah, I want to revisit that one. Still time. Bryce Mendes from distance. He's destined to finish goalless.
I mean, it's Atletico de Madrid. They always try to leave a clean sheet. 0-0 was the first score of Atletico de Madrid with Simeone at the helm.
Here's the chance. That's... Oh. Just a play pass. French youngster makes Barbier close proximity.
You can see a pattern with Real Sociedad signing young French players. It happened with Lenormand. It's happening now with Le Barbier, and it also happened with Antoine Griezmann, who signed for Real Sociedad when he was a teenager. No pressure at all on the goalkeeper.
Reminder coming up, El Gran Derby. Betis Sevilla, first time outside of the United States for those two. Pep Salazar. Alejandro Moreno on the call. ESPN2 right after us in Guadalajara. Will we get a goal? Ending like that, anything is possible. Memphis knew he was in an offside position, and the Barbier got away with it. How do you explain to someone that hasn't seen this game why Atleti got the penalty and what Memphis did with it?
We need to call the referee, actually. The crowd is not happy with the attitude of Atletico de Madrid and Real Sociedad. Two more minutes.
Everything but the final product from Angel Correa. There's a bit of space here with Atleti committing bodies forward. Robert Navarro. Bryce Mendes. Oh, by Soyuncu.
That's what El Cholo wants from him. Being aggressive, trying to anticipate, not allowing the strikers to receive and turn. If there's a foul, that's a collateral.
We rake down the Achilles. Not his first, and it won't be his last. Lord Farquhar. Shrek. But the Leicester.
with a hint of Bela Lugosi as well.
Maybe,
that hairline.
maybe.
That hairline.
Leicester players used to wind him up mercilessly. That he looked like Laddie from Shrek. Bryce Mendes. You stay to the 92nd minute of Atletico Madrid against Real Sociedad. You deserve some sort of Shrek reference. The lookalike who's played it forwards. You're tuning in as well for El Gran Derby coming up. Looking forward to that one. Sevilla against Betis. The early game on Saturdays. Betis against Real Sociedad. Then Sevilla, second game of the doubleheader against Atletico Madrid. Colchoneros get a winner right at the death. Here's Marcos Llorente. Angel Correa. Remind the referee in the first half blew the whistle at a corner. Header is saved by Moreno. We so nearly had Samuel Lino finding the back of the net there now. Will this corner be allowed to be taken? Given that in the first half it was a corner and he blew his whistle. It's a super cross, a super header, and a super save by Marrero. Right at the death. So you choose forward. Correa's delivery. Headed away by Bryce Mendes. Full time whistle. It's goalless. Thank you for your company. Stay tuned here on ESPN2 for El Gran Derby. Sevilla against Betis. We will do it all again on Saturday, starting with Betis and Real Sociedad, live from San Francisco. Bye for now, and keep it here for more La Liga Summer 2.